What would happen to Northern Ireland's political parties after reunification? If Ireland reunifies, there would be political parties in the north that would have to adapt with the electoral system of the south, which may be challenging. The parties that would have the most problems would be the right-leaning unionist parties. These parties include the center-right's right-wing Democratic Unionist Party, the center-right Ulster Unionist Party, and the right-wing traditional Ulster Voice Party. Parties that would have little to no problems integrating into the Republic's system would be the parties that were already a part of the Republic of Ireland to begin with. These parties include the left-wing Sinn Féin and the left-wing to far-left People Before Profit. Other parties who could probably assimilate into the Republic system but aren't established in the Republic originally include the center to center-left Alliance Party of Northern Ireland and their center-left Social Democratic and Labour Party. While unionist parties will struggle, unionist parties will most certainly always get outvoted by nationalist Republican parties in the Parliament. Unionist parties can no longer rely on UK subsidies to entice voters with benefits. Unionist parties will be reduced to regional parties with minimal influence in the South. Ireland is significantly more left-wing than the UK is in general, putting the unionist parties at a disadvantage for being inherently more right-leaning. Why Sinn Féin wins big? Sinn Féin is currently the largest party in Northern Ireland and the second largest party in the Republic of Ireland. If Ireland were to unify and merge their parliaments, Sinn Féin would easily be the largest party in the country. The center-right Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael would lose big in this scenario because they don't have a presence in the north like Sinn Féin does. And it's more likely that the unionist right parties abstain from working with the Republican right parties rather than working with them to defeat the left, similar to how Sinn Féin abstains in the UK House of Commons even if it hurts the left generally. Potential party merging, political group forming, and coalition forming. To form stronger political parties, some parties in the north and south may explore the idea of forming groups, coalitions, and straight up merging with each other, which could broaden appeal and influence. For example, the Social Democratic and Labour Party only has influence in the north. At the same time, the Labour Party of Ireland only has significant influence in the Republic. Because both parties stem from the same roots, it would make the most sense for both parties to merge into a singular party to broaden their influence. This new Labour Party could then form a political group with the Social Democrats in order to maintain the Social Democratic and Labour label, which broadens the group's appeal, potentially giving Sinn Féin a run for their money as the largest left-wing alliance. Although less likely, it is possible for some unionist parties to integrate into the Republic by forming alliances with Republican parties. For example, the traditional Ulster Voice Party, the TUV, is a nationalist affiliate of Nigel Farage's Reform UK and supported Brexit. Herman Kelly, a former employee of Farage, founded the Irish Freedom Party, which supports a like-minded Brexit withdrawal from the EU called Irexit. The TUV and IFP, along with other right-wing nationalist parties, Unionists and Republican, could work together to form a unified right-wing alliance. In conclusion, it seems that the left would have more to gain from a unification due to having influence in both north and south. The left is also significantly less divided. It doesn't help that Ireland is naturally a left-leaning country. Unionist parties will likely be reduced to regional parties like the SNP in Scotland or Plaid Cymru in Wales. It would probably be best for unionist parties to unify and team up with some further right-wing Republican parties and hope that they can win enough to maintain a decent amount of autonomy without being abused by the South. The center and center-right, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael establishment may need to make concessions to the unionist parties if they want to be able to keep up with Sinn Féin. They could also look to a party like the Alliance Party as well to be a potential coalition partner.